Good morning. Y'all ready? Let's go. It's time. One more time. What's good, everybody? And wake up those paws, and shake it off. Do, 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 do. What's good, everybody? Monday the 14th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that just got me pissed. I had to just put in one more than that just to get open. That's right, y'all. 6 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday morning. Welcome everybody who made it to another day here with your boy Bugatti NYC at our bottom line. Who we got in the building? Batty Lynn, good morning from Detroit. We got Casey, thank you, good morning as well. Angels among us, where you tapping in from, Angels? Let us know where you tapping in from. Let's get this screen open so that we can look at that fantastic backdrop that we got back there today. I don't know who does all this great, fantastic thumbnails, but whoever does that is really good. I mean, this guy's phenomenal. I don't know who it is, but yeah, whoever they got to do these thumbnails, that guy's good. But how you guys doing this morning? I'm here, you're here. That means we made it to another day. Let's be positive. Why? Because we made it another day above ground. That means we have another purpose, another opportunity to move forward, to get our goals completed and to share and to just keep on doing what we do. I'm so happy that you guys are here because I got so much to go over. I've got so much in the clip that I really got to get into, and I hope you guys are ready because we got follow-ups, we've got some new reports, we've got some border information, we've got tariff information, we got it all right here. So I just want you guys to know, and happy that you guys are here with me another day on our bottom line, because you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So I really want to put in that work. I want to shout out everybody that's here. Make sure that everybody knows that I really appreciate you guys and thank you guys for all that you do. I'm here every day and I do it just for us. So without any further ado, I want to get to work. Let me get into this thumbnail. What we have here is at the setup is Trump says it's time to put up or shut up. As you know, everybody's talking about tariffs. We have wars going on. It's Ukraine and Zelensky right here. The macho men, both of them are saying that they want to stop these wars and stop all of these casualties and all of the stuff that's going on. So you know what Trump's saying with the dealer suit on this morning? Put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. He's going to actually tell you the same thing in this next clip that I'm going to show you. But let's get to these other thumbnails right here. What else we got? We got Russia and Ukraine war. Zelensky urges the West to act after deadly Russian missile attack. Yes, there was another missile attack. That's what I'm talking about. Russia struck Ukraine one more time over the weekend, and there are many casualties that we're going to get into, you guys. What else we have in other subcategories? Pharmacists are very concerned about the potential of increased pharmaceutical tariffs because Trump said what? The next thing that we're going to increase is the tariffs on those rich pharmaceutical companies. I think he's right for it. We're paying so much money. Elderly and people that are sick and ailing have to spend so much monetary for pharmaceuticals. If there's any way that we can adjust those rates, I think that'd be phenomenal, guys. What's going on, angels among us? Who else we got in here? Kendra, good morning, tapping in from VA. Okay, last but not least, Trump administration weighs options on using drones against the Mexican cartels. So now instead of going over there, sending people over there, soldiers and everything like that, nope, have one operator. And we're going to see what those drone strikes are like. That's what we up to today. We got a lot to cover. Like I said, you can see that the thumbnail is stacked. I want to get into these titles because the first thing I got coming up here is this guy, Mr. Hernandez, who just seems to be very good at getting away, slipping through the cracks. This inmate was one inmate who basically got away. His name is Cesar Hernandez. He did a lot of really bad things. He escaped from capture, and now he's been seen in Tijuana, New Mexico, in Mexico. I want you guys to see this clip right here. It's very important. We're doing a follow-up on yesterday's story because, yes, we do know that Mr. Hernandez did pow, and there's one Mexican female officer that he took up off the earth, and we want to give her family much respect and love because that's something terrible to happen after you've been on the force for so long. She was only 38 years old. She also had 2 children. So yeah, I want you guys to see this story right here because this guy's been on a rampage ever since he's escaped, and it seems like there's no end in sight. He's very clever. I'm talking about changing clothes after he does stuff. This guy's crazy. Watch this.
Appear at the Kern County Superior Courthouse in Delano for a hearing, but on December 2nd, 2024, Cesar Hernandez was set to appear at the Kern County Superior Courthouse in Delano for a hearing, but he managed to escape from the van he was being transported in. I'm Ruby Rivera, your neighborhood reporter, and here's what we know. Hernandez managed to escape from Delano and fled south 283 miles into the Mexican border, where he then fled into Tijuana, where on Wednesday he was involved in a deadly shootout and managed to escape authorities again. On April 9th, Mexican news outlets were able to confirm the shootout Cesar Hernandez was involved in led to the killing of Officer Abigail Esparza Reyes. Hernandez was convicted on a first-degree murder charge in Los Angeles back in 2019. Officer Reyes was part of a fugitive task force responsible for tracking down escaped fugitives from the U.S. who have crossed the border to flee. We now know it was the U.S. Marshal Service that requested help from Mexican authorities to apprehend Hernandez. The U.S. Marshal Service tells 23 ABC while they were not involved in the shooting, they were on site where medical personnel administered aid to Commander Reyes, but ultimately succumbed to her injuries. Receiving video from the news outlet Punto Norte, we now have a general idea of what happened after the shootout. CCTV footage shows Hernandez running down a street without a shirt and getting into a covered vehicle. He later comes out wearing some sort of uniform. More CCTV footage shows Hernandez.
So he basically runs after he shoots the police, pows the police officer. Looks like he has nothing on but boxers. Gets inside of some boat that's covered, finds some sort of suit all green, and then he comes out of there looking like a worker and just disappears across the road. Watch this. This is crazy.
Casually walking away from the scene. It's still unclear as to how Hernandez managed to escape yet again. However, speaking with Montserrat Peraza, the reporter on site for Punto Norte, she describes her idea.
Cuando le dispara a ella en el cuello, les están dando este intercambio de disparos.
When he shot the officer in the neck and bullets were going everywhere, that's when other officers started to focus their attention on her to take her to the hospital. I think that's when he decided to flee.
The governor of Baja California State, Marina de Pilar, released a statement regarding the death of Officer Reyes, reading in part, quote, "I deeply regret the death of the agent of the State Citizen Security Force, Abigail Esparza Reyes, at the time of participating in an operation to comply with an arrest warrant that is currently being carried out."
So the crazy thing is, I want to know, how did he escape, number one? Number two, right? He went over the border. How did he get across the border? Then he got weaponry to be able to shoot at those police officers. Then he got away. So guess what that means? He might be trying to come back to the United States. He's being sought after over there. Why would he stay there? It's even worse for us now. But check this out, because now we're going at those cartel members in a whole different way. President Trump administration is now weighing in the options of using drones to strike against the Mexican cartels. We're stacking the deck first so we can have some content to talk about. Want you guys to see what we got here. Who else we got? Spartacus, how you doing? Hey everybody, how y'all doing this morning? Let's keep on going because we have a lot more content to stack the deck on so that you guys have something to relate to. That's one story right there. Let's keep on going. Like I said, I want you guys to see what's going on with these drone strikes that are about to happen, possibly. Check this out.
Armed drones are among the most precise and lethal weapon systems in the American arsenal. And tonight, 6 U.S. officials briefed on the matter tell NBC News the Trump administration is considering using drone strikes against the Mexican drug cartels that are importing deadly fentanyl into the United States. The officials told us no final decisions have been made, and they said the administration is hoping for Mexico's cooperation. But they say it has not ruled out unilateral action. Acting Drug Enforcement Administrator Derek Maltz told me in a text exchange this week that all options should be on the table because drug cartels have killed more Americans than Al-Qaeda and ISIS. The Mexican president responding to our reporting today.
Nos coordinamos, colaboramos, no nos...
We've always said we do not agree. First, because we're not in agreement with any military intervention, she says, adding, it would not solve anything. President Trump paved the way for military action when his government designated Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations and authorized surveillance flights by the CIA over Mexico.
What can you tell us about the CIA drone flights over Mexico? Is this the next step in the war against the cartels?
Well, we're going to see.
We recently spent a day with the DEA in the Phoenix division, where 60% of the fentanyl enters the U.S.
So this is our drug vault.
And where a top DEA official says the new intelligence gathered by the CIA has been helping.
So now we get the intelligence community involved and the Department of Defense, and all of us working together can target and eliminate the threat.
With tens of thousands of Americans dying each year from fentanyl coming in mostly from Mexico, the idea of American military action against drug cartels has long been contemplated. Even fictionalized in the 2015 film Sicario.
Yeah, so that's basically an option, but as you can see, the president has pushed back because what? She says she doesn't want military action going against her country as well because there could be major casualties. I totally understand that, but these cartels, they better be careful right now because they've been deemed as terrorist organizations. Let's go on over to Russia and Ukraine where the war is still hitting, and now Zelensky, Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine, is basically urging the West to try to assist because there's been missile attacks, and Russia just got finished bombing Sunni. I want you guys to see this right here. I hope I'm saying that correctly. S-U-N-N-Y, Sunni. Let's keep on going, you guys. I want you guys to see this.
Russia hit Ukraine's northeastern city of Sumy with a deadly missile strike, leaving at least 32 people dead, including 2 children, and injuring almost 100 others.
Я ж вам сказал.
The attack hit the city center on Palm Sunday as civilians filled the streets. Ukraine says the missile.
Palm Sunday.
Are you looking to start your own business? Well, look no further than busy.com. Right now, we'll complete your
struck.
As you can see, Vladimir Putin is not letting up. This happened on Palm Sunday, guys.
Cars, homes, and public transport. Visuals of the attack show the carnage that followed.
It was very loud. Everything shook, and then there was smoke at once. The curtains went inside. My windows faced the backyard, so they were skewed, and the curtain rods fell. Those who live on the other side suffered more. Balcony doors and windows were blown out. People had many injuries, including cuts.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described the strike as a crime against ordinary life and has called for a strong response from the West. The attack comes just 2 days after a U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff held talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin in St. Petersburg.
This is not peaceful. This is not a peaceful slow down or they're not basically stopping the war is what I'm really trying to get at. As you can see, these guys are still going back and forth with each other. There's mass destruction. And who's really feeling it? The people that's in the neighborhoods and in the streets. If this was on a battlefield like back in the day when they were charged and they had the soldiers going at each other, that would be a totally different situation. But I guarantee you the majority of the people that are hurt in this incident are regular people. And that's really where the sad part comes in. This really needs to end. We have a little bit of commentary right here from President Trump, who actually was on Air Force One right after this happened. And he was asked by reporters, what does he feel about the situation here? Also want to know what you guys are thinking. I just want to put some stuff in the deck so that we have some content to speak about when I come to the comments. You guys are next right after this clip.
Yes. Do you have a reaction to Russia's Palm Sunday attack on Ukraine?
I think it was terrible, and I was told they made a mistake, but I think it's a horrible thing. I think the whole war is a horrible thing. I think the war is, for that war to have started, is an abuse of power. This country would have never allowed that war to have started if I were president. That war is a shame. Millions of people are dead that should be alive. Cities are being destroyed all over Ukraine. The whole culture is gone. It's certainly very severely hurt. You know, the chapels, the churches, the spirals, all of the things that they had in Ukraine were among the most beautiful anywhere in the world. Most of them been knocked down and blown up into a million pieces. But most importantly, you have millions of people dead that shouldn't be dead. Think of it. Think of what a rigged election means. We would have had we wouldn't have had the war in Ukraine.
Y'all do me a favor. I know it's only 86 people in the building, but if y'all hit the like button, a lot more people will come because we're trying to get as many more people here to get this message out, as well as overall to get more subscribers for the channel. Our bottom line. Oh, that was nice. Nice pop-up right there. Get those likes up. I really appreciate that. Where we at right now, you guys? That's about, no, that's only 10, and we got 99 people in the building. We've been going for a little while. Let's try to get those likes up to at least about 20 or 30. I don't like stopping the clip. I like you guys seeing what's going on. And like I said, you're next in the comments because I want to know what you have to say about this content right here. Really appreciate you guys getting the likes up, which brings more people over here. Thank you so much. Let's go. Let me bring that back a little bit so I don't want to mess up you guys' flow. So let's go here.
Millions of people dead that shouldn't be dead. Think of it. Think of what a rigged election means. We would have had we wouldn't have had the war in Ukraine. We wouldn't have had the Russia-Ukraine situation. We wouldn't have had October 7th, Israel, the Middle East. We wouldn't have had inflation. We wouldn't have had the most embarrassing day or a period in the history of our country. That's Afghanistan. One of the most embarrassing moments in the history of our country, Afghanistan. All of these things wouldn't have taken place. Think of it. We wouldn't have had inflation. But millions of people would be alive except for the fact that the election were rigged, because that war would have never started and Putin never would have started that war. Okay, any other questions?
You said they made a mistake in the attack? You said they made a mistake. You were told they made a mistake. Do you mean it was unintentional?
They made a mistake. I believe it was. Look, you're going to ask them. This is Biden's war. This is not my war. I've been here for a very short period of time. This is a war that was under Biden. He gave him billions and billions of dollars. He should have never allowed, if he had any brain, which he didn't have and doesn't have, and now it's being proven, he wouldn't have allowed that war to start. I would have absolutely not. That war would never have taken place. But remember this is Biden's war. I'm just trying to get it stopped so that we can save a lot of lives. They happen to be Ukrainian and Russian lives. But all I want to do is get it stopped.
Mr. Sir, did you meet with Mr. Wade?
All right, y'all. Said all you want to do is get it stopped. I'm coming to the comments. I want to know what you guys have to say. We stacked the deck. We got this guy Hernandez that's on the run. We got other situations going on with these with the tariffs. And also, I want to know what you guys have to say about this right here. Let's go. Bill Andy says someone needs to toss Caesar salad. Odds are he's coming back across the border. There you go. He's definitely going to try to come across the border because they're looking for him. Spartacus says now Trump has to clean it up. Biden started this mess. Carol Earhart says, that's my president. God bless. What else we got? Mr. Good Citizen, good morning. Glad Shapiro and family are okay. Bill Andy, good morning, Bill. This is no ceasefire. These animals are going at it. There you go. Spartacus says, wow, Palm Sunday, the day that should be peace. I wish I could read all of this Arabic right here. God bless you. Spartacus, morning, Kendra. What else we got here? We got Bill Andy. The U.S. has more than 20 years of drone operating experience. This would be an excellent tool for the border. He's talking about sending those drones after the cartels in Mexico. Spartacus, if that's one way to stop the drugs from entering, then I'm all for it. We should be using technology to get the results. That's what Spartacus said. Okay, morning everybody. And guess what? Now Trump is basically announcing his new military to move forward at the border. Yesterday when I said that they're taking back border, a federal border land, you guys had some conversation to push back on that. So let's get into that. If you have something to say about the President Trump as he announces that the military is moving forward to the U.S. border and taking back government land, let's try to get some sort of understanding on that and what's going on to secure the border in that regard, because that's what that means. Let's go for it, y'all. I want you guys to see this. President Trump announces new military move at the border.
President Trump announced a new military move on the U.S. southern border as his administration confronts multiple challenges around the globe. Bradley Blackburn is tracking the latest.
Elaine Jenna, the president, is back in Florida this morning, but for the White House, the focus is firmly on events around the globe. This move on the U.S. southern border is a different approach that would give more power to the military to defend hundreds of miles of border territory that stretches across 3 states. President Trump flew south to Palm Beach late Friday as the White House announced plans in the U.S. Southwest. In an executive order, he gave the Pentagon control of federal lands on the southern border, effectively turning them into a military installation. The order says it would enable activities like barrier construction and enforcing security. It includes the Roosevelt Reservation, a narrow strip of land that passes through California, Arizona, and New Mexico. One of the Trump administration's moves on immigration was challenged at the U.S. Supreme Court this week, with the court ordering the White House to work to return a Maryland man who was mistakenly deported to a Salvadoran prison. Aboard Air Force One, the president said he would comply.
Yeah, I'm not totally well versed as to the specific case, but if they said to bring him back, I would tell them to bring him back.
Meanwhile, in the global tariff battle, China's 125% tariff on U.S. goods.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that clip because we're not going to extend all that because we're going to run that off the next thing that we have to say, which is what? The next clip that we're going to get into. I told you guys I am locked and loaded this morning. Anything that you want to know about, stay here on the bottom line. All we ask for is boop, 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 double tap that screen, and we're going to get into it. I know you guys got a lot of comments. Whatever you have to say, drop them in the comments below. That's what we do here, because the next thing we're going to talk about is Trump discussing the next steps forward for what? What you were just about to see, tariffs on China. Let's get into this, right? Come on, y'all, let's go. Let's go. Let's keep the ball rolling. Again, let me know where you're tapping in from because I like to go get content from your state, city, or country. This way, when we're talking, we can actually have some stuff that's relative to where you're from. That's what I do all the time. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. It's Monday morning. It's time to work. Time to work. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
We're talking to a lot of countries, and ultimately, we pretty much can do what we want to do, but we want to be fair. We can set the tariff, and they can choose not to deal with us, or they can choose to pay it. And that's where we are. We can set the tariff, or...
Were you born between 1970 and 1979? If so, you need to hear this. Right now...
we can do it a number of different ways, but that seems to be appropriate. And they can pay it or negotiate it, or they can not pay it. They can just say, we can't do business with them. If they think it's that more recently about how do you let people pour into our country like Biden allowed.
So yeah, y'all, he's basically telling you guys about what's going on with the tariffs, and is standing still and firm on this number right now. China's already imposed 125% tariffs on the U.S. In retaliation, there's 145% tariffs on China. And I've showed you guys 2 days ago that we are not the only country that's hurting from this. There have also been videos of people in factories showing videos of how manufacturing has been shut down, how people have been being sent home, and manufacturing plants are almost coming to a standstill. Think about it. If they supply our demand and we're no longer demanding, what's going on with their manufacturing plants? They're starting to feel the bite as well. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. It's hurting on both sides of the coin here, not just us, which sucks, but we still got to deal with it, don't we? So now the next chapter is pharmaceuticals, because they're saying that we need to get some more of those pharmaceutical companies back to the United States so that the prices are lower, as well as we need to have manufacturing as well as pharmaceuticals here, just in case of a major epidemic. We don't want to rely on another country, which kind of makes sense. But a lot of people have fled the United States because of high rates, and it's much cheaper to do things in other countries. You guys know that. But I want you guys to see this clip because it's very important, because this is what pharmacists are doing right now, and they're pretty nervous, and they're thinking that, you know, prices are going to go higher, and when prices go up higher for the retailer than the consumer like us, that means we're going to have to pay more. And can we fit a bill for more expensive pharmaceuticals at this moment? I'm sure we can't. Not at this current moment that we're in right now. Check this out. I want you guys to see this clip right here. Let's go.
Even after this week's tariff hike pause from the White House, President Trump again threatened major tariffs on foreign-made pharmaceuticals. So far, medicine has been exempt from the president's trade war. Investigative reporter Tim McNicholas shows us how local pharmacists and customers are bracing for impact.
Every month,
all right, it's ready.
Nicholas Pierre says he pays about $200 for his medication at Esco Pharmacy in Hell's Kitchen.
Sometimes I have to decide whether to get the medication or balance it with food and so on and so forth. It's already challenging as it is. If it was to increase, it would just be more of a burden.
Esco Pharmacy owner Danny Dang says since most of these drugs are imported, that is exactly what will happen if President Trump follows through on his pharmaceutical tariff threats.
We are very concerned that we're going to be out of business, but not only that, we're also concerned that the patient access.
A White House official told CBS News New York Thursday that the president has not yet made any final decisions on pharmaceutical tariffs. The president himself had this to say a day earlier.
We're going to put tariffs on the pharmaceutical companies, and they're going to all want to come back.
President Trump, who made those comments after he'd already announced his 90-day pause on most tariff hikes, did not say how large a pharmaceutical tariff he could impose or when.
We realized during COVID that we don't make our drugs and our pharmaceuticals in this country.
Economists with ING Bank recently forecast that a 25% tariff on pharmaceuticals could push common heart medications from 82 cents to 94 cents per pill, an extra $42 a year. And some complex treatments, like generic cancer drugs, could see a jump of $8,000 to $10,000 for a 6-month prescription. Dang says he hopes the president can bring more drug manufacturing to the U.S., and he hopes the White House has a plan to help small pharmacies hurting if they do impose the tariffs.
I would love to have a White House giving us some sort of guidance, support, and say, hey, I'm going to work with this guy, and it's going to impact you. What do you need help with?
Well, they're already going to war on other levels, buddy, and they're not really helping us with the price of eggs right now. So I think you're going to have to fit the bill with that one. But hopefully it does come out, we come out on top. Yeah, so what you guys got to say about these tariffs? What you guys got to say about the follow-up from Russia? What he said about Ukraine? Want to know what you guys have to say, because we got a lot of stuff going on. I'm in the comments. Let's go. What y'all got to say? Okay, Kendra says, Spartacus says, morning everyone. That was a long time ago. Let me get to the bottom. Spartacus, the only thing I haven't seen in this inflation is our paychecks stays the same. Simon says, can we all agree the 50 and 60 were the golden era in America. Demonetized says it's hard for taxes to go to the right places when we have U.S. aid and others pissing it away from mangy surgeries. Adam says, good morning from Flint, Michigan. Good morning, Adam. Mr. Good Citizen, good morning. If governments allow people to keep the money that they'd pay into Social Security and they'd invest it in their own, they'd end up with more money for retirement. Disabled account says, my duck is a truck. Okay, Jack, any comment on Trump's continuation of the genocide in Gaza? Okay, let's keep on going, you guys, because now I want to bring it into my state. It's time for me to get some love, but even though it's not love, it's what's going on in New York right now. Greenwich Village. There's residents here that are demanding stronger police presence because we got a lot of numbskulls running around New York right now. I don't know if you guys saw that one man that was walking up the street and this lady was walking. He just started chasing her. And she had to run into the street where another guy helped her. This was like yesterday. There's crazy people just walking around doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Other guy got 2 sticks on him walking around like he's from the Blade era. It's like he's about to slay vampires on the train. It's crazy out here, y'all. But people in Greenwich Village are kind of peed off about it. And we do not have the proper sort of policing that can protect them. So yeah, they calling for more help because that's what's going on. And it's pretty bad in New York. Period. It's bad in New York.
Morning, we have our dogs in that area over there between like 8 and 8:30, and there's tons of needles. There's needles everywhere, and we're not talking about diabetes needles, right? We're talking about drug use.
Monica Richards, like so many others who use Washington Square Park, worries about her safety and that of her beloved dog Leo, particularly when he wanders into the northwest corner of the park, which has been a mecca for drug use for years.
January, they removed 2,262 needles from the park just in January, and that's in the winter. This explodes during the spring when it's outside. So that's 70 needles a day.
And even though the official NYPD CompStat numbers show major crime is down by 20% compared to the same time last year, a 6th Precinct Community Council poll of close to 600 residents found quality of life and crime concerns are up. 84% say it's worse than before the pandemic. 82% say the police presence is inadequate. 73% say we need stiffer drug laws, and 79% want bail reform.
The 6th Precinct 5 years ago had 180 police officers. They now have 90. They're at 50% level.
Wait a minute. I've been saying this all along. That's why I wanted to save this clip right here. That's why I wanted to save this right here, because how are you going to police when you don't have police? There's no police. You can look out the window for an hour and don't see a police car. I'm not a snitch. Just want to stay alive. Because guess who else can see that? The criminals, the robbers, and the crazy people. Come on. That's how it is in New York now. Check it out. I want you guys to see it from somebody else.
They're at 50% levels and staffing levels. So of course
are up. 84% say it's worse than before the pandemic. 82% say the police presence is inadequate. 73% say we need stiffer drug laws, and 79% want bail reform.
The 6th Precinct 5 years ago had 180 police officers. They now have 90. They're at 50% levels and staffing levels. So of course we're going to see an explosion of crimes.
And while the Community Council applauds the NYPD.
And look at the cops. Look at these frail guys right here. So if somebody get into some sort of ordeal or whatever like that, these guys are the ones that's going to come help you. These are the guys that got their cell phones out. They're young. They're really rocking just until the shift is over. Because why? The collars don't stick. And how do you get rank? By collars sticking. And you going up in rank, right? You can't get collars to stick if you got liberal judges throwing all the cases out. All the cases getting thrown out. And all the criminals is getting back on the street. And coming out here and doing what they want to do. So right about now, it's more safer in New York to be a criminal. That's why you always see me putting up Batman, Gotham, and all that crazy stuff in the thumbnail. Because I happen to live in Gotham. And it is what it is.
The 6th Precinct is doing an outstanding job despite being severely and historically understaffed. Residents say more must be done.
I do think there's probably a lot of things that government officials can do to limit drug.
No, there's not. What you really need to do is get rid of Commissioner Tisch. I keep on saying this. Who wants to work for the sanitation commissioner? No one is listening to me. Morale is down in the police force. Everyone left. Not only that, the people that were there that were high ranking, they looked at it like, I can't even get to the next level. Why would I stay here? And then you know what they did last year, y'all? Y'all want to hear this? The sanitation commissioner, the lady that was telling people how to move the garbage around, she wasn't even there for longer than a year. They said, you know what? Let's do some DEI inclusive things over here. Let's make her the head of the police department. You know what that did? Morale said, yeah, time to get up out of here. Time to get up out of here. Sorry, it's not fair. It's not showing improvement or ranking from within opportunity. It's just like DEI. Let me put this one over here. And she don't know her ass from her elbow. Bottom line, what you guys got to say about it? Let's go. What we got here? Demonetized says, what else we got? Mr. Good Citizen said, ask Flint, Michigan if government keeps their water clean. Okay, demonetized. What you say, Simon? The government doesn't provide you with a good life. A good life would be zero taxation and 100% self-determination. Tish wants to be mayor or governor. BTK. Chad C. Cameras and facial recognition technology in NYC not telling if Big Brother knows all or not. Simon says, who makes sure that the police is paid? Simon, the government. Mr. Good Citizen said, Simon, oh wow, one thing. Okay, you guys, but meanwhile, guess what's happening? So now people on the street are saying that we need more police. Then we got these stupid, I can't say that word, don't say that. We have these thunderants who's in government that's pushing back, and they're mad at Mayor Adams for opening up ICE and letting ICE back into Rikers Island, which means that the illegal criminal migrants that get arrested, once they go to Rikers Island, the ICE agents can put them in court and deport them. But no, not in New York. That's not right. The criminals come first in New York. Are you stupid, Bugatti? What are you talking about? We got to fight for the criminals. So that's what's going on here. Meanwhile, and I'm saying this allegedly, meanwhile on Rikers Island, there is a lawsuit being placed against the mayor, Eric Adams, for allowing for allowing ICE to resume on Rikers Island. Now, if y'all telling me, I don't understand. First they want this, and then they want the other thing. You can't have your cake and eat it too, girl. So y'all want two things, and you just can't have it. You want protection? Keep them in jail, send them out of here. But when you got people like these liberal judges and these thunderants, then what we got is this. We got people like this fighting for the criminals.
Migrants nationwide, here's how one city is fighting back. On Thursday, New York City Council members voted unanimously to empower its speaker to sue Mayor Eric Adams and the Trump administration after the mayor's office signed a controversial executive order allowing Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, to reestablish offices on Rikers Island. ICE hasn't operated on Rikers in over a decade after a 2014 law barred the agency from holding office space there. The city's first deputy mayor claims that law isn't being violated because the mayor's new order only allows collaboration between ICE and the city on criminal investigations of violent gang members. But Speaker Adrian Adams says plainly, quote, we don't trust the Trump administration. New York City Council Speaker Adrian Adams joins us now. She is also running for mayor against Eric Adams.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Speaker Adams, thank you for joining us today.
Nope, ain't giving you the floor. Sorry. I'm just going to tell what you're trying to do overall, but you will not get any campaigning over here because we don't like what you're about, especially a citizen of the state that you're messing up in. Are you a thunderant? I'm about to get into these comments. What y'all got to say about this? Let's go. What we got here? We got Mr. Good Citizen that says, Simon, stay in Europe or your ancestors came here to escape Europe. What else we got? NYC Media. Yeah, controversial to NYC Media, right. Philip says, Oh, y'all killing him. What y'all got? Y'all beating up Simon. Bugatti NYC, hit him with the nice and smooth. I see you. Y'all already know that, right? You see, you official. Do me a favor, y'all. If y'all appreciate the content, do me a favor. We got 29 likes. Let's try to get them likes up because I got some more coming. I got some more. Y'all ready? And I like the fact that you caught that nice and smooth. That's why I rock with you, dog. I rock with you. Y'all ready? Because we got more. We done talked about Rikers Island. But what I don't understand is this. 1 + 1 has to equal 2 in any language, right? So now we got the criminals going crazy in New York. They finally get to jail. And now the next thing is if we can get them out of here, we can go ahead and send them through ICE. But now we got pushback from somebody that's trying to become the next mayor. Ain't working. And the problem is, I have a feeling that Cuomo might try to do the same thing and make it difficult for ICE to get these people out of here. First of all, we got an overcrowding that we cannot handle. It's not even feasible for us to be able to handle it. They're all over the streets in every denomination, and I'm talking about every race. Not just talking about Hispanics, Guatemalans, I'm talking about Africans, I'm talking about Asians that came here. I'm talking about everybody that was like, it's a free-for-all. Let's just run for the border, and then we're going to go to a sanctuary state like New York and get them to give us money, hotels on Park Avenue, all types of free resources and things like that. We're going to overcrowd their schools while their veterans sit outside in front of the hotels and the subway is struggling. We're going to walk by them with our middle finger up and say, we're going to take all these resources for them. That's what peed me off because I saw it every day as I was going to work. So if y'all don't understand what I'm talking about and y'all are all about that, the sanctuary cities and all of this stuff where the theft is going, the government theft, allegedly, that Kathy Hochul is doing, where she's making us pay 2 times. One with our federal taxes, and then the second time with congestive prices, and then the money from that is going from to the train stations. Not only that, how about this? I'm gonna keep on saying it. $9 to go through congestive prices. Once you come off that bridge and you come up on 60th Street, you got to pay $9. If you do not have an easy pass, it's $14. But you already pay your federal taxes because you see FICA on it every time, right? Justify that. Nobody pushing back. Everybody's Idahoans, Ohioans, don't know nothing about the city and think that they can come here and change stuff because they like to take the train. But what about the people that don't like to get killed or threatened when they want to take their car just because they want to come in a different way? Bugatti, calm down. Woosah. This is all fact, not fiction. It's all the truth. I'm trying to come to the comments, and I also see somebody I have to appreciate for a tip. That's a super chat right here. Who do we have to owe the honors to for the super chat? That's BTK, $5. We appreciate you. We will be getting Starbucks with that. Thank you so much and appreciate you guys. All tips are appreciated, but we really like to get those likes up and let everybody know what we got going on over here. BTK, appreciate you. To me, that's $5,000 because it's real right now. I'm telling you right now. We always ask. We don't worry about the tips too much because we know it's real. We got coffee in the kitchen, but if you can, we appreciate it. But we like to get those likes up because that lets more people know that we here and it gets to show more demographics, y'all. But that good number is fine for me because that means that we're doing our thing. I'm okay with having good numbers without the likes because it still breaks down well. But that means I got to get to work because I got to keep y'all here and stop running my mouth. All right, it's time to keep on going, you guys. We're going to keep on moving forward because now we're going to get to this title right here where Trump is saying, put up or shut up. Yes, he's aboard Air Force One again, and he's giving some more commentary about what we have to expect moving forward with the macho men here, with Ukraine as well as China, acting like everything is okay right now. That's why I put that up there, you guys. I wanted to make sure you understood what the drop meant this morning. So basically, we went to Pharmaceutical. You guys saw that, right? This actually means that China is acting like everything okay when it's really not. Okay? And then we got the macho man over here, right? He wants to act like he want to stop fighting. This one want to act like, no, he don't want to stop fighting. So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the macho man right there. And who's in the middle? Trump saying what? It's time to put up or shut up. Everybody, even him. All of us. It's time to show your talk. Do what you do and let's prove it. It's time right now. It's showtime, y'all. It's showtime. So let's go. I want you guys to see what he has to say about this topic right here, and we're going to get into it. Let's go.
I think that have lots of fights going around the world, and I think we have a lot of good news coming soon about some of those fights, and we'll see how it goes. But it's been an interesting weekend. I think we have some pretty good news coming on some of the conflicts.
How did everyone give us the readout on the Iran talks, sir?
I think they're going okay.
What was your what
I can't tell you because nothing matters until you get it done. So I don't like talking about it, but it's going okay. The Iran situation is going pretty good.
Are there other talks that are going well, sir? Are there other talks that are going well in addition to the Iran?
There are other talks going well. I think Ukraine, Russia might be going okay, and you're going to be finding out pretty soon. You know, there's a point at which you just have to either put up or shut up, and we'll see what happens. But I think it's going fine. We have the tariffs in very good shape. We have a lot of things going, don't we? Huh? When you think about it, we have a lot of things going.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have more inflation's dropping. Americans have more money.
Inflation's dropping. Americans have.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your biggest refund.
More money, and the country has more money. You know, we've been making $2 and $3 billion a day the last couple of weeks. We didn't make that ever. And we're making a lot of money. And then to be nice, I lowered the tariffs on everybody. But we've been making a lot of money, and it's always been the other way around. Other countries, in particular China, was making a lot of money.
It's interesting. I was with you on the campaign this time last year, and Americans were telling me they weren't planning to take a summer vacation because of inflation, gas prices, airline tickets. It's a different scenario now. What's your message to the American family when they buy those summer vacations this year?
Well, we have no inflation. We have lots of success. We have a lot of great things in the hope column. We hope it's going to be concluded, some of these things. We have a border that's totally sealed at a level that nobody's seen. Even during my 4 years, I was very successful with it, but I think we have it even a little more closed. We are allowing people into the country, but they have to come in legally. But I appreciate your question. Yeah, we have no inflation, and people are doing well.
All right, y'all, we got more. We got new airport rules coming up. Anybody know about that new ID that you have to have in order to go to the airport? No, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about a passport. I'm talking about the new rules that they're implementing now. New identification, new ways to identify yourself, and the new measures that the TSA is implementing for us to have to deal with when we go through the airport. I want to see what you guys have to say about that clip right there. Let's go into that. GT Pro says, we know you don't know anything and don't care. Ha ha. Mr. Good Citizen says, two genders in 99% of world's beliefs also. Demonetized says, real ID. There you go. Thank you, Demonetized. That's why I love you guys when it comes down to my co-host. He says, they say real ID. I don't know if you're male or female, so I'll say, okay, what we got? Broken cookies. God told me that we love capitalism. I had a dream where they made me okay. You're not saying that on here. Spartacus, TA, take all the science and schooling you want. Two genders in my book. And your broken cookies, you gotta go. Sorry. Boom! First one today. Gotta go. Because that was just too much work and too much nonsense in one mouthful. Bill Andy says, thanks for your gold star in the top right corner of your driver's license. There you go. Ben Gibson says, try the DJI Mic Mini. What else we got? We got no inflation. We got no inflation, huh? Let's go, y'all. What we got right here, like I said, I want you guys to see the new rules that's coming up when you're flying in the airport now. And somebody helped out and said, the real ID. That's definitely part of it, but I think there's much more. So check this out, guys.
New airport rules plan to get rid of boarding passes and check in and go fully digital. The way it works, passengers would download a biometric passport on their phone, drop off their luggage.
Wow.
Attention growth hackers and hustlers. Would it be a bad idea if we paid for your marketing? That means you would
luggage and go through security after a face scan. Then you'd board the plane without showing your ticket or a passport at all. But what does that all mean for your...
That sounds like what you guys just said. Facial recognition, right? Somebody know what they're talking about in these comments over here today. All right, somebody know what they're talking about in these comments over here today. We're going to run that back.
Court rules plan to get rid of boarding passes and check in and go fully digital. The way it works, passengers would download a biometric passport on their phone, drop off their luggage, and go through security after a face scan. Then you'd board the plane without showing your ticket or a passport at all. But what does that all mean for your privacy? Let's ask Kurt, the cyber guy. He joins us now. Katie on the staff here went through, she said in Dubai, they just looked right at her, boom, she goes in. So this is happening some places already. Should we be nervous? I mean, that feels kind of like a pretty big step.
Well, Clay, good morning to you. I'm wondering who's in control of all of this data?
Great question.
Who is going to be the one that keeps the safety of all our deeply personal facial recognition data safe that matches to our credentials? It is what people are calling the biggest shakeup in the airline industry in at least 50 years. Airlines and airports doing away over the next 3 years with the check-in process, as well as scanning a boarding pass. That'll all go away. A biometric digital travel credential will be created, or you could use your smartphone. It's going to show your face to a scanner when you enter the airport, and boom, you're in, just like Clay was saying. And this is, this digital travel credential will carry everything. It'll have your passport on it. It'll have your driver's license on it. It'll have your ticket on it. And it'll also understand your flight information to know if you're in the right place at the right time.
And it can also track you with your GPS because, hey, allow GPS to whatever. You're going to have to press that button, right? So now allow GPS. So if you try anything, your phone is going to be the thing monitoring you, and that can catch you. We're not dumb. We know what's going on here. They're already starting this paperless thing. When I went to the airport a couple of weeks ago, I didn't even have to speak to anybody. And I mean, I had to still get a ticket, but I went right up to the kiosk myself, put my information in. Then I got a digital ticket instead of paper. Went through with everything on my phone. Seems like they're being a little lazy on one regard, but on the other regard, what are they going, paperless? And I guarantee you, shouldn't some people be losing their jobs, like ticketing agents, out of this? One plus one must equal 2, right? So that means that potentially people are possibly going to be losing their jobs from this, as well as the facial recognition and the tracking that we don't know about.
Well, this is expected to radically shorten the amount of time you need at the airport. But again, a lot of questions about who's going to be in control of this data. We already know that all they're telling us, Clay, is that as far as what you and I scan in, that when we go to the airport and we scan our faces, that within 15 seconds, our data is going to be wiped from that reader. But what about on the other end? Who's controlling all of that? There are a lot.
I told y'all, one day I went to the store and they had the guy there with the security thing. He was like, hold on a minute. And you look up to the camera, it scans your face, and then it tells him if you can go through or not. One day it buzzed on me. And he was like, hey, let me ask you a question. You had a problem here before? Maybe you left and didn't take off the label or whatever. I'm like, come on, man, I'll be stealing from nowhere. You kidding me? And I started like really going at them, like flipping. They was like, oh, well, you apologize. And they let me in. So yeah, guess what? Facial recognition can also be wrong too. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you catch somebody with an angle or whatever. Because I ain't steal nothing out of Burlington. Y'all hear me? Who steals out of Burlington? Not me. If y'all appreciate the content that you're getting right now, I really think that you guys are going to double tap that screen. Let's get those numbers up because I want you guys to see this other situation because this was crazy. I want you guys to see this situation that happened in Houston where this home raid leads to over $100 million in a theft ring where these people were just going and stealing clothes. They had the microphones. They'll send 2 people in the mall. They'll just steal a whole bunch of clothes out the mall. I'm talking about over $100 million they stole in retail theft. And they got them. And the cartel was behind this. I want you guys to see this content right here. Why? Something that I want you to see. That's the only reason. Check this out. It's crazy. Check this Houston situation out, how they rolled up on this house.
Investigation into a cartel-led theft ring led law enforcement to a home in Southwest Houston, and police allege this group is responsible for stealing tens of millions of dollars. In nationwide investigation into a cartel-led theft ring led law enforcement to a home in Southwest Houston, and police allege this group is responsible for stealing tens of millions of dollars in merchandise, then shipping it across the border over to Mexico. ABC 13's Micah Hatfield explains the big tie to the Houston area, Micah.
This investigation here in Houston is just a small piece of something much larger. Court records identify the group behind it as being a South American cartel organization and link them to more than $100 million of theft in the U.S. since 2023. Investigators call it a sophisticated money laundering scheme with 98 people that they've identified so far linked to more than $100 million worth of theft across the U.S., records say. Houston Police and Homeland Security have recovered $2 million worth of stolen goods during raids in Laredo over the last several months that was set to be sent to Mexico. Law enforcement notes in court records that who they refer to as boosters travel from one major city to the next, staying in short-term rentals for about a week before moving to the next one. They stay in short-term rentals like this one in Southeast Houston that law enforcement executed a search warrant on last week. Surveillance video shows law enforcement pulling up and surrounding the home. This came after an officer was assigned to investigate large-scale theft at the Katy Mills Mall last month and tracked the people involved back to that residence. He saw 4 men on surveillance video with earpieces in, which is a common form of communication during retail theft, the investigating officer noted. They apparently stole thousands of dollars of merchandise from Tommy Hilfiger and Guess. Court records filed in this case say at least one of the men they found to be involved was linked to shipping $200,000 worth of stolen merchandise to Laredo.
So basically what they would do is they would go into these stores, earpieced up, you'll go over there, set things up. They basically surveil the security as they were doing their thing, and then they get all of this stuff and ship it over to Mexico. Cartels had us like, for the pickings, fruits for the picking. What do you guys have to say about this? I want to get in the comments and see what you guys think about this. This is crazy, ain't it? Philip says, Chad, I could not care less, LOL. What we got here? We got, what else we got here? Cool. Mr. Good Citizen said, Chad C don't care. What else we got here? We got Chad C. Your social credit score will go down if you keep being mean and hateful to LGBTQ and such. Just saying, they're keeping track. Okay, wow. Carol Earhart, TA, absolutely. What else we got? Spartacus, I totally respect trans, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Y'all already know how I feel about that, and if you don't, you might leave here, so I'm going to leave that alone. That's some personal stuff to talk about right there. But what about this right here? $100 million in retail theft. They were just over here, bloop, 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 and had one of them had the nerve and audacity to ship it like he's shipping some product from FedEx like it's all legit. And they caught it. Check this out, y'all.
We've asked law enforcement for information if anyone has been charged or arrested in connection with the theft ring, but none of our phone calls or emails were answered. Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Then we got this dun-dun-dun right here. I don't know what was on his mind, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. My favorite song, I'm gonna bring y'all to an old school song right here, because I miss her so much. I always love my mama, cause she's my favorite girl. Only get one, only get one. I always love my mama, she brought me in this world. Y'all know, come on now, y'all know the deal. I love my mom. I don't know about y'all, but me, woo, I wish she was still here, boy. I wish she was still here. But you know what? Every time I look in the mirror, I see her. And that's another reason why I don't play about respect, pride, and courtesy, because that's what she told me. So when I go out here and I represent, I don't just represent for me. I represent for my mama, because she's my favorite girl. This is a sad story right here. This thunderant teen, he Killed both of his parents. Why? For some stupidity, that thinking that he was going to try to ASS President Trump. Yeah, says the FBI, but now he's in jail. This idiot, there's a lot of kids out here that think differently from what I just told you, don't love their mamas the way you and I do, and basically do crazy stuff like this. And this is basically what happened right here to a family that were Killed. Allegedly, this guy was trying to set up a plot to do something to the President Trump. Mind blown. He must have been off his rocker. But yes, this happened, and this happened recently. Check this out, guys.
A Wisconsin teenager accused of killing his parents to fund an alleged plot to kill President Trump. ABC's Christian Cordero joins with the latest. Good morning to you.
Hey, well, good morning. So many questions with this one. According to the warrant, a grandparent and a school resource officer called for a welfare check. It had been about 2 weeks since anyone saw the teen or his parents. This morning, newly unsealed court documents allege this Wisconsin teenager, Nikita Kasab, killed his parents as part of a larger plot to assassinate the president and attempt to overthrow the U.S. government.
Do me a favor, you guys. We got about 40-something likes. We're going to try to get those likes up to let everybody know what we got going on here. If you appreciate the content, let's just double tap the screen because that's all it takes. Don't worry about the tips because we got some coffee in the kitchen. We're going to be all right. But we really like to get those likes up to let more people know about these stories because they're very important because y'all need to look out because it could have not just been the parents. Could have been somebody else involved too. We get up very early to pool this information and do what we do over here at the bottom line. Don't make a ton of money because we're using other people's content. Let's be real about it. So all we do really ask for is just to get those likes up because again, we're hoping to get the demo up to get more people. Hopefully we get 40,000 subscribers. We've got 30,000. So maybe we can get some more of you guys to subscribe and come here every day and chill out with us and watch the bottom line. Comments, we love to have the great community, and that's what we're about. So I wanted to get into this clip right here because I call this guy a pure thunderunt because I love my mama and I would never do nothing like this to my parents. And this is, I don't know what sort of mindset or mind state this kid comes from. The home looks beautiful. I don't know what was going on in here, but yeah, this Wisconsin teen decided to do this to his parents.
This morning, newly unsealed court documents allege this Wisconsin teenager, Nikita Kasab, killed his parents as part of a larger plot to assassinate the president and attempt to overthrow the U.S. government. Kasab's mother, Tatiana, and stepfather, Donald Mayer, were found shot and killed in their Waukesha home during a welfare check in late February.
The body was appeared to have been deceased for some time, was unable to definitively identify who it was.
Investigators say the 17-year-old Kasab killed them to obtain the financial means and autonomy necessary to carry out his plan. Officials add they found material on the suspect's phone related to a neo-Nazi group described by the FBI as a satanic cult. They also say they discovered a 3-page document allegedly written by Kasab calling for the start of a revolution to, quote, save the white race. Wow. The documents allege Kasab paid, at least in part, for a drone and explosives, and that other parties knew of Kasab's plan, adding some even offered advice and assistance. Wow. Kasab was arrested in Kansas after police say he drove through a stop sign in his parents' car. Wow. Kasab is in custody on a $1 million bond. He has not yet entered a plea, Gio, and is scheduled to be arraigned in May.
He's going to get Mo. And I ain't talking about the get more time or get more trouble. He going to get more. And you ain't going to hear about Kasab no more because he's been plotting for too long and scheming on the stuff that he shouldn't have been scheming on. And when you do something like that to your parents, gloves are off, man. Nobody can trust you. That's a terrible story right there. I hate that I had to bring it to you guys. Do me a favor, you guys appreciate the content. Let's get those likes up. Let more people know. Because now I want you guys to know about a rather funny story. Imagine you're a United States citizen and you get a letter from immigration telling you it's time to deport. Talk about a computer glitch, right? You read the letter, you're like, wait, Abaduba Baba Biba? Abaduba Baba Biba what? Self-depisort. You can't be serious. Yes, this lawyer of all people, allegedly an immigration attorney. She's a citizen. She received a DHS letter telling her to self-deport. I know you guys gonna get a kick out of this. You already know I can't keep you on a low level like that when it's a bad clip that comes in the front. I gotta make sure I try to bring the attitude up to give you guys a smile on your face. So yes, wait a minute. Yeah, this is it right here. Let me get this. No, I'm gonna do this instead. Wait a minute. What did I just say? I gotta go back and get it. I'm not even going front. I'm gonna go back and get that clip. Y'all gonna wait with me because I gotta show you guys this clip. I'm sorry. I have to show you guys this clip. I lost one. Whoever decides to leave, that's cool. I got it. I understand. But for all the riders that's going to ride with me on this because this is something funny. And I just made a mistake and lost the clip. So we're going to go find it. Not gonna do what I did the other day and go to the next clip. No, I want you guys to actually see this story because it's funny. So here we go. I found it. Let's go.
Have you seen this? It's absolutely insane. Look at the presentation on what's inside this.
Hey, Jen, we cover a lot of immigration stories involving both ICE and DHS, but rarely one that involves an attorney, especially one born and raised here in Boston.
I get emails from ICE, I get emails from DHS about different clients.
As a Boston immigration attorney, Nicole Micciaroni gets lots of emails, but this one is different. The first line from Homeland Security says, "It is time for you to leave the United States." You're as American as apple pie.
See, that's why I had to go get it. I had to go get it. And I thank you guys for holding me down with that. I don't type that fast to do searches, but thank you guys for holding me down on that. What, ain't this crazy? You a United States citizen and they telling you it's time to self-deport. Where the hell am I going?
I am. Yes, I've been here my whole life.
Micciaroni was born at Newton Wellesley Hospital, grew up in Sharon, and educated at Wellesley College.
I think in my case, I'm lucky because I do have a passport, I have a birth certificate, both show that I am a U.S. citizen and I am not somebody that needs to leave.
Nicole says she knows other immigration attorneys who received the same email. She has many clients with deportation issues, but they aren't the only ones calling her office.
We've gotten calls from U.S. citizens that are afraid to travel, permanent residents, people on other types of visas. Everybody's just really worried that the immigration crackdown is going to impact them.
If I don't speak up right now, I don't know who will.
Case in point, at Harvard over the weekend, foreign students on campus joined a rally expressing their concerns that Harvard won't defend them if their visas are canceled by the Trump administration.
And if any of us get deported tomorrow for being here, or any of our international friends for speaking their mind, we want Harvard to guarantee that we will be able to graduate.
Back at her law office, Nicole Micciaroni keeps looking at the last line in the letter she got from Homeland Security. Do not attempt to remain in the United States. The federal government will find you. Please depart the United States immediately.
There's a lot of people that are perfectly within their rights to stay here and are being told to leave, and a lot of people don't know the difference.
Today we reached out to DHS on why Nicole got that email, and they responded with this statement saying Customs and Border Patrol used the known email address of the alien to send notifications. If a non-personal email, such as an American citizen contact, was provided by the alien, notices may have been sent to unattended recipients.
So what happened with that is whoever she was working with probably hit her with the, let me get your email address, and put her email address on that application. And now they sending her some stuff. That's like a joke that I heard back in the day from Robin Harris. He said he was driving drunk one day and the police officer pulled him over and said, "Are you drunk?" "Damn right I'm drunk." He said he wrote me a ticket. He said, "That motherfucker so stupid, I wrote his name on the ticket. Now he got a warrant." Sound like the same situation right here where they wrote her email on the information and now they're sending her the notifications for that person. But I don't understand it. Why is her name on there as the recipient? And where the hell is she going if she's from the United States of America, y'all? All right, I'm glad you guys stuck with me on that one because that one was crazy. I want to see what you guys got to say in the comments. We got a whole bunch more. I just wanted you guys to really see that clip right there because that's crazy. You get a notice saying that you need to self-deport and you're actually a United States citizen. That's pretty nuts right there, ain't it, y'all? Do me a favor, let's get those likes up. Adam says, "Hey, Leon, your wife might be evil, but if you call on Jesus, you will find people." Okay, what else do we got? We got Tiffany says, "Harris person is spamming inappropriately." Okay, I'll get him. I'm going to get this dude right here, too. Adam, you got to go. Bang. Okay, what else we got up in here, y'all? What else we got? I want to see what you guys got to say. Tiffany says, who else we got up in here? All right, who else we got? Sean. Number one, get rid of AOC. Bill Andy, we know he official. All right, got you on that, Bill Andy. I see him. Daisy says, "Leon, move into the other room and start to remove the negative energy. If you cannot move out, healthcare is very important." What else you got? Okay, bye-bye, Harris. Boom, out of there. Harris, your uncle, don't know about you, but you're gone because you've been hit in the head by everybody who's the co-host and told me to get you out of here. Bill Andy, Leon, look ahead of you, not behind you. What else you got? Mr. Good Citizen says, Leon, keep it pushing. Nobody cares about that man's struggles. You have to keep yourself moving. And how we do it, keep on moving. Don't stop like the hands of time. Tick tock, find your own way to stay. Now that's why I'm in a good mood. You know why? Because we're about to go to where? Batty, you up in here? Oh, that's Batty right there. Look at that. I'm looking for you, and look who's right up on the screen. Let me read her comment first. She says, don't forget to like the stream if you enjoy the content. Batty, wait a minute. Am I right? No, is it Batty? All right, who's in here from Detroit? How about that? Grand Rapids. I'm going on Michigan right now. Detroit. Come here. Come here. Detroit, you know how we get when we talk. It's personal now. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else because y'all acting up. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in D-Town because yesterday, y'all was acting up. Today, Detroit, come here. To the front of the stage right here in front of me. I want to make sure you seeing me. Because what the hell is going on at that BP gas station? I'm talking about they taking cars with babies in them, crashing. And Detroit, a gas station closes after illegally selling ganja. So anybody that go to this BP that was getting their little extra spice with their gas, y'all gonna have to find another connect. Because they done ran down on the plug over here at this BP. They just was doing too much. Detroit, come to the center of the stage. I don't know what y'all thinking about in Detroit, but yeah, Batty, yeah, Batty, come on to the front of the stage, because Detroit is acting up right now, and I know I didn't lose that clip trying to get the other one. I did, but no, I gotta show you guys this clip right here. I gotta show it to you. I'm sorry if you're gonna stick around, but I basically probably closed it. But Batty, I need you to stay here. Everybody that rock with me, y'all stay here, because sometimes things like this happen. And what we
authorities continue to look for four suspects that robbed a smoke shop.
Especially since I already brought it up. We're going to end off with this one right here. This is one that I got to have y'all see. We got to go through the whole motions right here, sign back in and everything. But it's all good. Hold on a minute. Y'all been really good with this, and I appreciate y'all. It happens sometimes, but I got to show it to you because it's just necessary. And it's part of the show today, that's all. That's how I'm going to look at it. It's part of the show today. And it gets you guys to hang around for a little longer with me. So that's how I'm going to look at it. But you got to see this. I have to show it to you. Something that I got to show you guys. This is this gas station inside of Detroit. This BP. I don't know where they was going with this, but pretty crazy right here. I got to log back into my account real quick because we knocked out real quick. I got it. I'm going to go ahead and hit the history. And we're going to pull this right up because this is something that I got to let you guys see. Let's go. This BP just got shut down in Detroit for selling marijuana. Pretty funny. I thought that you guys might want to see this. Sorry, y'all. I know we can't do radio silence. It's never good for that. But I lost my clip. Sorry, I lost my clip. Had to go back and get it.
Hello and welcome to the HG Show. We begin with a developing story out of Southfield where a man was fatally stabbed at a BP gas station.
Yeah, police say the man was stabbed in the chest on Saturday night. Fox 2's Camila Mary is now joining us live. Camila, what is this all about?
Yeah, well, the call came in around 9:30 last night, and we're actually on the border. This is Southfield, and right across the street is Detroit, 8 Mile and Lasser, like you said. Take a look at some video. I want you to kind of see the lay of the land. It's a very busy intersection, not just with cars, but also with a lot of foot traffic. So what we're finding out is that he may actually have been stabbed in the area and then walked over to the gas station. We know that this is where police responded. Again, about 9:30. last night. Unfortunately, this man did not survive. He did pass away. But what's interesting is that police are saying, Southfield police responding to this, they're saying that there's no threat to the public. They say that the suspect is known to the victim, but they're saying, but it doesn't appear that the suspect has been arrested. So an ongoing investigation, but again, unfortunately, this man is no longer with us, but we don't know what led up to this. Was there some kind of altercation? Why this happened? Police still trying to figure that out. And then also, too, as far as we know, police say this is an ongoing active investigation. So they say that they do not have a suspect in custody. Of course, if you were in this area, 8 Mile and Lobster around 9:30 last night, like I said, a really busy area. You're asked to call crime.
Entrepreneurs are pushing boundaries, and Busy helps them launch with confidence.
That
Wherever
was
business
yesterday.
takes you,
We
continue our coverage of
This
the
is
Detroit
today.
gas station being shut down by police. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Terrence Friday.
I'm Shayna Humphreys. Police say someone inside the BP gas station at 7 Mile and Grand River has been selling marijuana there illegally. This is the same location where police say a car was stolen with a child in the back seat just last night. CBS News Detroit's Gino Vici joins us from that gas station. And wow, Gino, a lot happening there in just the last day.
As one customer told me, Shayna, a lot going on at this gas station throughout the day. Take a look behind me. That orange sticker was placed by DPD on the door to this BP gas station just a few hours ago, as you mentioned, stating...
Okay, it was a lot of shambles going on, but just so you guys know, this is the same gas station from the prior day from the shooting.
It was illegally selling marijuana, and early this morning, as you mentioned, it was also the location where a woman left her car running with her child inside, and when she went inside, someone stole her vehicle.
That's sad, though. It's crazy because I literally was up here last night, and then I came up here earlier to get gas.
Police say this BP gas station was the location where a woman left her vehicle running while she went inside at 1 a.m., and then someone hopped inside her vehicle and took off with her young child still inside. Police say the suspect raced down Grand River all the way to Novi, where he crashed the stolen Chevy Impala near I-96 and Novi Road. He was caught on foot nearby. We're told the child in the back seat was returned to his parents and is okay. Quentin Jackson says this BP gas station is busy at all times of the day and night.
It's funny. This gas station is like that. There's always something going on. Always something going on.
Not so much today. DPD placed this sticker on the door this afternoon stating the gas station had been selling marijuana without a permit. Meanwhile, customers here say they are shocked but not surprised all this went down in the past 24 hours.
See, I'm a local business owner. I own a food truck on 7 Mile of Windsor, right across the street. I'm up here every day, but this gas station, it's a lot of action that happens up here, for sure.
Back here live now, right now, we do not have the suspect's name pending his arraignment, but look, guys, the important thing about what happened, that child in that stolen vehicle is going to be okay. Back to you.
Yeah, so they done shut down the spot, y'all. Y'all in Detroit, y'all gonna have to find another place to get y'all sacks from. Y'all's probably pulling up to get your gas with a sack, so no more gas with a sack. All you can do now, matter of fact, you can't even get your gas because from what we just saw, the business has basically been shut down. Bad news for them, right? Bad news for them. Thank you guys for rocking with me through that little tiff that I had right there. But I still want to see what you guys got to say about the comments. What you said? Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's right, Bill Andy. That gas station is a little sketchy. Guys laughing his butt off. What we got? We got ha ha ha. Philip says, I feel it. My mother cursed me with a big heart. It gets in the way all the time. What we got here? Batty. It is sad gas stations are not safe in certain neighborhoods. Bill Andy, yes. What else we got? Bill says, TAU should run yourself. Help chat on another channel. Let's focus on Bugatti. That's right. Let's do that. What we got? Philip, sorry if I'm... Okay, you got to go. Bum, because somebody already put you in the air. You got to go. Bye-bye, TA, because I don't want you tomorrow. Tiffany says, please feel lucky to be employed. I'm struggling mentally because I've been unemployed since I was laid off in January the 24th. God bless you, Tiffany. We're going to hope that things get better for you. Okay, we got him, Bill Andy. He out of here. Lance says, it is not the same gas station. Okay, so that means a couple of gas stations are really wild in Detroit. Thank you. I really appreciate for saying that. It's not the same gas station, Lance, L-A-N-T-Z. That must mean it's a couple of them like that out there, huh, buddy? Teresa says, Teen M here, found your channel. Like, we subscribe. Thank you guys. Go ahead, like, share, and subscribe, because that's what we do every single day. We start pooling at 3 to make sure that we get relative content, so that we make sure that we got stuff that's basically really about to come and happen the same day. Then we go ahead and sift through all of those clips. We go ahead and make sure that we got the right number up for 6 o'clock hour. Then we got to get dressed. It's a lot of stuff that comes along with the production of just this small live video when it comes down to this. So that's why we ask for the likes, to show that you guys actually appreciate the content. I also know that you do, because you stuck with me through a couple of rough areas, and I really appreciate you guys for that. That's why I keep on pushing. And I told you guys, it's just like when you're running for the train in the morning. Don't stop running, because the doors might open, even if somebody's laughing at you. You got to get the way you got to get to. Don't worry about the people around you. Worry about the mission. And that's what we're about. Today is a new day. We're about staying above ground, staying positive, and understanding that problems present opportunities. We don't look at problems the same way over here. We look at them like all we got to do is figure out the solution, and we already got a one up because we made it another day. That's the bottom line, our bottom line, to make it another day and keep on pushing. We're not Republicans, independents, or Democrats. We're human beings. I know I am. I don't worry about one particular party. I care about everybody. So understand that. So that's why I always try to look out and get you guys that money, 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 money. So go into the comments today. We got about $750 in surveys. Fill out a survey. You make some money. I make some money too. Hopefully you guys will do that. Send me some photos and let me know if you made some money. We'd love to see that in the post area. Also, if you got a business, barbershop, mobile detailing company, if you're a clown and you do baby showers, whatever you do, send us your posts, your information, your flyers, and your information, your digital promotions. We're going to go ahead and put that in the post area so that everybody can get some love and use the community to get business going. We know it's rough times right now, so we always try to look out for each other. That's why we also created what? That's starting in May, the Show Your Talent show. That means you guys in the New York State, 5 boroughs, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. I want you to come out and show us your talent, because I'll be hosting this talent show. We'll be giving away $250 to the best person that performs in that borough. If you're best in the Bronx, you get $250. Then we keep on going around to all 5 boroughs, and that's when we do the grand finale, where one person will win $1,000. So totally, you guys will have the chance to win $1,250. I'm going to make sure that I put the entry form in on the website today. See a lot of people that's been checking in, but I wanted to make sure that we had all of the locations right before I did the entry form. The entry form will be on the website today for you guys to be a part of the Show Your Talent show. Not just singing, not just dancing, not just rapping. Talent is talent. It's global. If you're a carver, if you know how to drag race, I don't care what you do. You show me we like it. Boom, $250. And then at the end of it, the grand finale, you guys will come together, have a chance to win $1,000. And we're going to replicate that through all the cities, because it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. You guys will be able to go to www.drinkbigdrip.com and fill out that application to be a part of that talent show. Also, the tickets are going to be on Eventbrite. So everybody, under the sound of my voice, this is a fantastic Monday, because you made it another day. I want you to know that you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. It's going to be your last chance to go ahead and hit that like button, double tap, please subscribe. We're trying to get to the 40,000 subscriber mark. We almost there. We only got 10,000 more people to go. That's how I look at it. Milestones, getting to another level, being great for each other. And I thank you guys for spending your time with me. Why? Because I'm going to say it again. You could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me today, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, yes, we do this every single day. Kendra, Mary, Batty, Car Care, everybody, VIP auction group, everybody who's always here, I appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Go ahead, have a fantastic one. Like I always told you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em! 1.